We're going to explore using Google Drawings. If you're not familiar with Google Drawings, it's a great tool that is part of your Google Drive apps. It is great for creating flowcharts, organizational charts, mind maps, really any type of diagram. You can also use it to create posters, flyers, or brochures. So I'm going to help you explore this today and look at some options. If you have never used it before, like I said, it's part of Google Drive, so this is where you'll find it. That's where I'm starting. You simply click on New, More, and you'll get to your Google Drawings. Once you get here, you kind of get this blank canvas, and it really allows you to design anything you'd like by inserting shapes, text boxes, images. It's really pretty flexible. A great benefit is, just like all the other Google tools, it allows for real-time collaboration, it's automatically saving, and it works great with Google Classroom, which I'll show you in a little bit. Just a couple things to note. You see this kind of checkered background. This is a placeholder for a transparent background. So if you build an image, essentially you will only see your image. You will not see any background. So this is great if you're putting it in another program on top of a colored background and you don't want that white space. If you do want a background, I suggest that you create a shape that mimics the background that you have now, and then of course you have your normal formatting options, so you can color it any color of your choice. You can outline it if you choose to or not, and now it appears as you have a green background. So if this is something you're doing for a poster, or just to give it a pop of color if you're making a flow chart, you can add a background. Just know by default it starts transparent. Another common question I have is, what if I want it a different size? Again, just like other Google apps, if you're familiar with those, or word processing programs, you go to page setup and it gives you some options for ratios, but you can also make your custom background. So if you want it to parallel, a sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11 inches, you could absolutely do that. So you do have a lot of flexibility with kind of what your base will look like. And also know that you can zoom in on this and really make things as detailed as you'd like, so that you can get a bigger view if you're blowing this up or printing it. Now on just to building your graphic organizer, mind map, poster, anything. These are kind of your standard options. You can insert text boxes, images, word art, lines, shapes, and tables. Shapes are really easy to kind of use to build it. So if I wanted like my little rectangle here to kind of maybe make a diagram of some sort, I can easily duplicate this with a copy and paste and kind of branch off from some things. You can also insert lines, arrows. You can see all these options here, to make connectors. Allows for a lot more flexibility than just doing this with inside of Google Docs itself. Really allows you to manipulate the shapes and kind of overlap and move and organize it without reformatting your text. And to add text, it's just as simple as a double click, which is what you can see I've done here. And of course you have your standard formatting features. So you can adjust that as is. Another great feature within here is, again, similar to other Google apps if you're familiar, inserting an image is really easy. You can upload it from an image you have saved on your device, a URL, your albums, or even your Google Drive. Or if you don't already have the image, you can search right in here. So let's say today I'm reading a story about frogs and I want an image to go with it. I find my frog, I check it, I hit select, and it will automatically insert my picture for me, which is really nice. And again, you can see how flexible he is. I can move him around, put him in my box, from wherever, and it's there for you. You can see some additional options here. Again, you also have commenting features just like you do in Google Docs, which is great to use with student work. Some standard formatting features. So all of these are available. It's really easy to kind of, like I said, use and manipulate. I'm going to toggle over and show you another great part of the Google Suite. If you simply just do a search for Google Doc templates, it will take you to the website. I believe the URL is docs.google.com/templates. And this is essentially a database where people have pre-created templates of different kind. I work for Horry County Schools, so you see ours here, but public templates gives you an even bigger range. And it's not just limited to docs. So you can see docs, spreadsheets, presentations, forms, and drawings. I'm going to narrow the search to drawings today. And these are all different drawings people have made and submitted. But the great thing is you can search. So if you're looking for, let's say, a flowchart template, so you don't have to create it yourself, you can search for that. And here are a ton of different templates already created. And simply hitting use this template saves it to your Google Drive, and now you have the flexibility to kind of customize and edit it. So I pulled a couple out. This is a brochure template. Again, just some great placeholders for images and text boxes. Here's a flow chart that I found as well. So you'll see, just a bunch of different examples in here, but I highly recommend that you explore the Google Docs Template Center, because you'll find a lot already created for you if you don't really want to spend the time. But the beauty of it is it's really easy, so you yourself can create these, or you can also have students create them. One final thing that I want to recommend is, if you're not already using Google Classroom, this is a great tool to pair with Google Classroom, because if you make a template for a project, whether it's a flowchart or graphic organizer or even a poster, you can have students each get an individual copy on Google Classroom. Check out our resources on Google Classroom if you need help with that. But I hope you will explore using Google Drawings and make some awesome graphics.